AITA for getting a family thrown out of a restaurant for underage drinking. Last night, I was at a locally owned restaurant. While we were in the wait area, a mom got all her family drinks except one girl who looked of college age. Later, I noticed mom sharing her margarita with college girl who looked under 21. I told my husband. He said, "So what? Forget it. I'm a non-drinker and don't approve of underage drinking. Plus, this behavior may put the restaurant at risk." I mentioned it to the hostess, and after, a manager came over and asked to see their IDs. College girl didn't have hers. I didn't hear the exchange, but soon thereafter, the family left. My husband said it was a crappy thing to do. I feel I was protecting the restaurant. AITA.
This woman's kind of a buzzkill.
She is a buzzkill. I don't think there's anyone who could argue that she's not a buzzkill.
If it was a baby, if this girl was 13, yeah, I might agree with her. That's not okay to give your 13-year-old 3/4 of a margarita. But this girl was in college.
She's above 18.
Her parents may have been trying to be cool parents, like they're aware their daughter drinks. Here, sweetie, have half my margarita.
Right. Who cares? It's like having a NyQuil. Look, I don't think there's any way we can come for this mom and her family on the basis of it's wrong to let your underage daughter drink. She just wasn't that underage. Give me a break. But I think the question that we're going to wonder about is, did OP have a right to narc in general? Kylie P says, YTA, mind your own biz.
I didn't drink until I was 21, and I'm not a huge drinker, but you don't go and...
Mahatma Gandhi, it's so good to have you on the show. Didn't drink till you were 21?
I didn't drink until I was 21.
Who are you?
My mother, she put the fear of God in me about alcohol. She was just like, kids who drink aren't successful, and which is not true. But it's like, she was really good at guilting me, and I love her to death.
She was like, Anna, you know what happens to kids who drink? They go to Applebee's, and a Karen reports them to the manager, and they get kicked out, and their parents are highly inconvenienced. So the next question I have is, was the restaurant plausibly endangered? John Rosenberger says, to those saying the mom is jeopardizing a bar's liquor license, that's untrue. They demonstrably have evidence that the person who actually ordered and thus was served the margarita was of age. So unless a cop had a hard-on to shut down that particular bar or restaurant, that dog won't hunt.
What is that phrase? I've never heard that phrase.
The dog won't hunt. It means the dog ain't gonna go get it.
Okay.
That means it ain't gonna happen. Okay? I don't know why I have this voice right now.
This girl had half a margarita. There's always a possibility she was going to have more at the table.
It was very little. The commenters are divided on the matter. Trevor Thone writes, NTA. I've had so many friends fined or fired because of the vice department. So many people don't understand how many dollars and consequences are entangled with liquor licenses. So clearly, it's not obvious how much of an effect this could have had. And I know Trevor was arguing with some other people about this. So I think he had a very heartfelt thing of like, look, people get fired for this. They do.
The mom gave her the drink. It wasn't just, it was.
But the place can look bad, Anna.
Yeah.
There's disagreement. Sarah A backs me up. NTA, as a bartender myself, you could potentially have saved the bartender's job and business license.
But the bartender didn't hand the drink.
But you're getting caught on the technicalities. All these people read the same story, and they and look, some people said there's no chance, but some people said there is a chance. So as far as I'm concerned, let's split the difference. There's a small chance. I think the big question here is, did the punishment fit the crime? As far as I'm concerned, there's a small chance that the restaurant could have faced severe consequences. And what actually happened to the family?
They just left.
They just left. They had to go to a different restaurant. I say the punishment fit the crime. It was a very minor crime. I don't have any problems with it. Technically, it could have endangered the restaurant. So what? So they had to go to a new restaurant.
Does that make her not an asshole?
Not an asshole, because, you know, what she did was they were minorly inconvenienced, and, you know, what they did was minorly potentially risky. It was a minor risk, and they got a minor punishment.
I guess that's fair. Yeah, for
sure. Is that fair? Can I bring you on board?
I think that this woman is not fun and not someone we would want to hang out with.
No.
But she probably wasn't the asshole in this scenario. So
this post got 200 comments.
Oh, shit.
Why are people so upset? I guess because they were debating about the mechanics of it.
A lot of the people who were saying not the asshole did work in the restaurant industry, and they were very passionate about this.
They're the potential victims. I say let's err on the side of caution and err with the restaurant people.
You think about it from the restaurant's perspective, it definitely makes her more not the asshole. She said that was her intention. reason. She was like, oh, I'm protecting the restaurant. I don't really know if that was her only intention in doing this, but in the end, she did protect the restaurant in a way.
AITA for getting a family thrown out of a restaurant for underage drinking.
Not the asshole. NTA.